Body Language Part 5, Tulsa, Oklahoma Rally by Michael Israel. Root TV. Okay, let's get right to it. This is Steve Jackson. I want you to know about this guy because you'll understand in the end if you watch this all the way through. Steve Jackson made this game called Steve Jackson Games. It's a cluster of board games, cards, and what have you. Okay? In 1999, CIA raided his office. You could go on CIA.gov. Their library has an archive of this raid. Okay? I'm not going to read the entire story, but there's an outline of exactly what happened, how many computers they took, when they took it. They took all of his information. A box of cards looked like this. Keep in mind, these were made in 1999. Okay? Now, amongst these cards, you have upheaval, which we've all been witnessing. Rioting have just been going on for so long now. Amongst the rioting, you have law and order. And the list goes on from law and order to martial law, you name it. We're not going to go over all of them, but I kind of want you to get a quick synopsis. So you have Pizzagate, okay, that's one card. You even have the truth about NASA, how they filmed and faked the moon landing, and how SpaceX is really not the real deal. They lying. Okay. So amongst that, you also have Center of Disease Control, CDC, WHO, World Health Organization. You could take time to pause this and read these cards on your own or look into them. You even have the epidemic. As you see in this photo here, there's gloves, there's a mask that everybody is after. You even have disinfectant in the back here. Disinfectant. Okay? So, and again, this is just to give you a quick idea about who Steve Jackson was and what he created. So he created this card, charismatic leader. And this photo coincides with the rally because this photo looks just like this from this video. I'll give you a moment to check it out. Okay. So I know what you're thinking. What are the odds, right? But when you look at this photo, it coincides with the same. It says enough is enough. You have this purple guy, and then right underneath it, it says at any time, at any place, our snipers can drop you. Have a nice day. And I wonder who this could relate to, if you will. There's a purple guy. They're talking about a sniper. If you look close, it looks like coronavirus. This picture in this photo looks the exact same. It's almost like Trump took a photo for this card. It's it's just very, very abnormal. It's odd. I mean, even from the hairline, you can see where the hair is cut off here. But let's move forward. There's another card that says imposter. It says this card permits you to play from your hand at a personality which duplicates one who has been assassinated. You must also spend an action card for the group, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, this is an imposter card. There's so many. There's like over 1,600 different cards that are to come to pass, and there's a lot that has already come to pass. Remember, these cards were made in 1999. Just wanted to keep you fresh on what's what. Shout out to Robin and Goody FLA. This goes to you, but this is a whole nother show in regards to these cards. So let's get to the language. To keep things a little spicy, we're going to speed it up a bit. First of all, we know that there's shoulder to shoulder in here. Not a lot of people are wearing masks, and the smartest people who watched this rally are the ones who stayed home. It's just foolishness to even be here. People are dying. People are literally dying across the world right now. Mask or no mask. It's not even worth it to take the chance. Okay? Now, I want you to notice this guy. And I want you to notice this guy with daughter and son. We could assume that is so. We'll come back to them. But again, notice the crowd here. Nobody's wearing a mask. Everybody's happy go lucky. Like they getting paid, making money. Here's my take. You don't bring little ones to a rally or to an event like this. For one, if there was an emergency situation, there could be a stampede. Two, they shouldn't be here. And if they were here, why aren't they wearing masks? It's not fair. It's not fair to them. They shouldn't be there. But these families here, they look a little suspect to me. Don't you think they're just standing, just wandering around? They both have on black shirts, both wearing forward caps. It's almost like they're waiting for someone or something. Now, I know the rally didn't start, but it's just a little weird to see this. You know, during events like this, and especially during the Super Bowl, there's a lot of pedophilia going on. Not only that, but the sex trafficking in general. Something is very suspicious. These two guys, they kneel down at the same time. They're wearing the same clothing. Their children, if this is their children or niece, I don't know. I have no idea. But these children look bored out of their mind. They shouldn't even be here. And it's upsetting to even see them here. And it's like, what are they doing? Like, what are they doing? Literally. It looks very suspicious if you ask me. Or it could just be regular. Maybe I'm looking at things the wrong way, but they really shouldn't be here. Alright, now let's go back to the original scene. I want you to look at another perspective, and then we'll get a little bit more into the show, but check this out. Now, for this one, we're going to slow it down a bit. You see this guy right here in the corner right here? Doing the flip right now? This guy is about to act a fool. Now, it's funny right now, but he's about to do something that I really want you to pay attention to. He's not going to do it at first, but look at this. First, my man is about to come through doing the moonwalk. No shoes, just socks. Now you know he's turning up and it's about to get rowdy. Now, the second thing is he bumps into my guy right here, right? And he's like, oh, my bad, right? Now check this out. His ego is pressed. His ego is pressed. He locks guys with this black guy all the way over here, points at him, and he intentionally goes over and bumps into him. This is how fights start. Luckily, they had a presidential debate. But they do this in clubs all the time. You see that pride? You see that pride, though? Let's run it back. This guy's so out of his mind. He bumps into this guy like, oh, my bad. Is so offended, pulls up his pants like he's a G. Locks eyes like 30 feet away. Points at this guy in this Nazi-like pose. Walks up to him like, yeah, what's up, my brother? What's up, my nigga? Bumps shoulders with him. This is how fights start. Terrible. Terrible. Again, it's crazy, huh? But notice this guy here. He knows that his friend is wrong, that he wipes his forehead. It's not that hot, man. You know that what he did was wrong. He knows that. But check this out also. There's a lot going on in the midst of all of this. This guy right here, okay? He knows his camera is right here. Did you see that? Let's go a little bit closer. He's going to take his poster. He's going to walk directly at the camera. Notice his shirt. His shirt says, are we dead yet? He's holding Make America Great Again. And then the shirt says, are we dead yet? It's a little weird. Thought I'd point that out. What's your take on that? For the sake of time, I don't want to take up too much of your time, so I'm going to speed this up. But I do want you to take time to notice the people in the crowd. I want you to forget about Trump for a second, and I want you to look at the background. I want you to look at this black lady and this black guy, and I want you to look at this black guy down at the bottom. Now, in film, they'll teach you something about set design or design the set. Everything is in place and in order for a reason. And this is how they wanted the set to look. They knew that the podium was going to be here, and they knew that these people were going to be right behind this podium. And they wanted a certain demographic, and this is who they chose. This guy with the ball cap is not even clapping at all. He really looked like he's paid to be there, while on the other side, this guy looks ever so happy to be here. He's smiling throughout the entire event. Now, this lady, she's doing the most. She's not even facing straight. She's in an angle. Okay? Almost as if she's posing. She was put here. Now, notice this. Again, I'm not done with this lady yet. We're going to come back to her a little bit later on. But notice they sit down, her and this guy, and then she's going to get up and she's going to leave. She's going to leave, and there's going to be another black lady that takes her spot. You don't think that this is a set yet? There's another black lady that just takes her spot for the camera. All right. I don't know if you hear me, though. Let's talk about your girls, Diamond and Silk. Putting on an absolute show. Absolute disgrace. Coon of the year. Coons of the decade. Of the century, however you want to call it. They're paid. You could believe that. They say they're not, but they're paid. And this is a disgrace. I'm not saying that there are not a few black people that support Trump, but not to this extent. This is ridiculous. And the whole show, I don't know if you peep game, but the whole show is like WCW. It's like WWF. It's like wrestling. Everybody's booing. People are just acting any kind of fool. Trump was acting any kind of fool. They acting any type of fool. It's all a big show. You got to remember that Trump is an actor and that he was on the show The Apprentice, Home Alone, and then some. So many commercials. He's an actor. He's an A-list actor that just so happened to be president. Okay? These ladies right here, they're affiliates. These are not your grandmas and aunties. These are not our people, man. They're just our people don't even rep for our own people like this and make it look like this. They're like, uh-huh. Say what, girl? Diamond and Silk is not even a real name. Check this out.
You see, we all bleed the same. That's right. We all bleed the same. Yeah. Because he's very patriotic. He loves this country. He loves America. And he loves Americans. Here's my last thing. I want everybody to make sure that you vote right so you won't get left. Come on. Vote red. R-E-D. Remove every Democrat by voting them out. And for all of the protesters that's pumping your fist in the streets, you take that same hand, and you go vote for Donald J. Trump.
Now, I got to stop this. I want it to be clearly understood that I do not agree with anything that these ladies are saying. I don't agree with nothing they say. This is my first time seeing these ladies, and this is crazy. This is crazy. They are just acting a fool, acting any type of fool. This is like WWF.
Now, to old Jim Crow Joe, who ain't done nothing for America, who ain't done nothing for black lives but called them predators and push a crime bill. Oh, Joe, it's time for Jim Crow Joe to come out of the basement because we're black and we black enough. We black, baby.
Just because y'all being so black, I'm going to show y'all how black people don't agree with this and how black people really feel about you. Maybe you missed it while I was talking. Let's run it back. This is a face of disgust. Hands are not even nowhere clapping. My man here, he just clapped because he didn't know what he was doing. See how she lick her tongue like that and can't even stand to look? It's because she know that this is not acceptable. It's not acceptable. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall.